The Kitten Who Never Gave Up. In a small backyard field, a tiny kitten named Mimi sat quietly on the grass. Her blue eyes sparkled as she watched older cats jump, run, and play sports with such skill. Their movements were graceful, fast, and fun to watch. She didn't understand how they did it, but something about it stirred her heart. What if I could try that too? She thought to herself, though she was much smaller than the others and had never played sports before, a little spark lit up inside her. A dream had begun, small, quiet, but full of possibility. Mimi decided to give it a try. She lined up in front of a tiny plastic cone, took a deep breath, and leapt, but her small legs didn't quite make it. She stumbled and tumbled onto the ground. Behind her, a few kittens laughed. Ha ha! She missed the jump. Mimi slowly stood up, brushing off the dust from her fur. Her blue eyes were watery. She didn't say anything. She walked away and sat down quietly under a bush, feeling small and embarrassed. Her dream suddenly seemed so far away. Was it even possible? But Mimi didn't give up. The next morning, she returned to the field, this time alone. No one was watching. No one was laughing. She began her own training, jumping over cardboard boxes, running between ropes, trying to balance and build her strength. Each day, she came back. Rain or shine, fall after fall, she kept going. She stumbled, she got tired, she got scratched. But this time, she didn't cry. She stood back up every time, a little stronger than before. There were no cheers, no audience, just a little kitten who believed in her dream. Days passed. The once quiet field now echoed with Mimi's steady footsteps. Today, she felt ready. In front of her stood the same obstacles, boxes, cones, ropes. She took a deep breath, focused, and jumped. 1, 2, 3, each jump was clean. Each step was strong. She flew through the course with grace and power. Nearby kittens stopped to watch. Wait! Was that Mimi? She landed on all fours, smiling, not just because she had succeeded, but because she had done it on her own. Today, she didn't just win. She had become someone stronger. Mimi's name began to spread among the kittens. Who is she? She used to fall. Now she's amazing. Soon, other kittens came to train with her. Mimi didn't keep her journey to herself. She shared her tips, showed them how to jump, how to believe. The field was now filled with laughter and cheers, but this time, they were filled with support. Mimi was no longer just a tiny athlete, she had become an inspiration. Who would have thought that the little kitten who once tripped and cried would now help others rise and chase their dreams too?
In a quiet little field, a bright day, a tiny kitten dreamed of jumping far away. She tried and she stumbled, she fell to the ground, but deep in her heart she never backed down. Just a little jump, just a little fall, pick yourself up, you can stand tall. Every step you take, every time you try, you'll grow your wings and learn to fly. Oh, trained each day. No cheers around, but she found her way. And when she soared with all her might, other kittens saw her light. Just a little jump, just a little fall. Pick yourself up, you can stand tall. Every step you take, every time you try, you'll grow your wings and learn to fly. Oh, only me, don't give in. Now you help the dreams begin. From a tumble to the sky, even small ones learn to fly alone. Rain or shine, she trained each day. No cheers around, but she found her way. And when she soared with all her might, other kittens saw her light. Just a little jump, just a little fall. Pick yourself up, you can stand tall. Every step you take, every time you try, you'll grow your wings and learn to fly. Oh, only me, don't give in. This is how true dreams begin. Just a little jump, just a little fall. Pick yourself up, you can stand tall. Every step you take, every time you try, you'll grow your wings and learn to fly. Oh, only me, don't give in. Now you help the dreams begin. From a tumble to the sky, even small ones learn to fly alone.
In a deep, dewy forest filled with soft sunlight and the scent of fresh earth, Togo, a little blue snail, had a giant dream. He wanted to go to school, to learn, to make new friends. But when he told his friends, they all burst out laughing. A snail? Go to school. You're way too slow. Those words felt like cold wind brushing his heart. But deep inside, a small spark whispered, if I believe in myself, I can do it. The next morning, Togo woke up early. He had a plan. He began training, marking leaf paths on the ground and trying to crawl faster. Each morning he looked into a dewdrop mirror and said, I can do it. I can do it. He packed tiny pencils and a notebook into his shell, which he used as a backpack. Day after day he kept going, even when he was tired, because deep down he knew, if he didn't start today, he'd never reach his dream. Rain poured suddenly, flooding the trail with muddy streams. Togo slipped, tumbling into the wet earth, his shell caked in dirt. From behind the bushes came whispers. He'll never make it. Just turn back already. But Togo didn't look back. He held his bag tight and crawled on. Slow but steady, he whispered. His body was tired, but his heart stayed strong. Just when Togo felt most alone, a soft breeze stirred the leaves. You're very brave, a gentle voice said. It was Mio, a beautiful butterfly, fluttering kindly around him. You may be slow, but your heart moves faster than anyone's. From that day on, Mio flew beside Togo, cheering him with each crawl. They laughed and shared dreams under the leaves, and Togo realized he was no longer walking alone. Finally, Togo reached the hill where the forest school stood. The other animals turned, stunned, then began to clap. A kind-faced turtle teacher walked over. "You did it, Togo. You came with a heart that never gave up." Togo smiled widely, tears of joy in his eyes. He hadn't just made it to school. He had learned the biggest lesson. Be brave. Believe in yourself. You'll go farther than you ever imagined.
In the deep green forest, a little snail dreams. Togo wants to go to school, or so it seems. Though he's slow, his heart's full of hope and light. Even when the world says you're not quite right, Togo's little heart beats brave and strong. Even when the path is rough and long, step by step he'll keep on trying. With a little spark, it's never dying. Togo's little heart shining bright, reaching for dreams beyond the sky. Believe in yourself and you will see how far your dreams can dream. Rain pours down, the trail turns to mud. But with Neo the butterfly, he won't give up. A friend who lifts him up to fly. Together they'll reach for the sky. Togo's little heart beats brave and strong. Even when the path is rough and long, step by step he'll keep on trying. With a little spark, it's never dying. Togo's little heart shining bright, reaching for dreams beyond the sky. Believe in yourself and you will see how far your dreams can dream. Rain pours down, the trail turns to mud. But with Neo the butterfly, he won't give up. A friend who lifts him up to fly. Together they'll reach for the sky. Togo's little heart beats brave and strong. Even when the path is rough and long, step by step he'll keep on trying. With a little spark, it's never dying. Togo's little heart shining bright, reaching for dreams beyond the sky. Believe in yourself and you will see how far your dreams can dream. Slow and steady, one small step each day. Never let your courage fade away. For a little heart can hold so much more than anyone has seen before. Togo's little heart beats brave and strong. Even when the path is rough and long, step by step he'll keep on trying. With a little spark, it's never dying. Togo's little heart shining bright, reaching for dreams beyond the sky. Believe in yourself and you will see how far your dreams can dream.
In a peaceful forest full of birdsong, rustling leaves, and the scent of earth and flowers, lived a little monkey named Minnie. He was small and soft, with light brown fur and a pink woolen hat that his mother had knitted for him. Minnie adored that little hat and wore it all the time, even on sunny days. He loved climbing trees, watching the clouds, listening to the breeze, and chasing tiny bugs. Minnie had never been to the city, never seen a bakery, and never tasted cake. But he never felt like he was missing anything. Every day was filled with little things that made him smile. His heart was light, always open to finding joy in the simplest corners of his big forest home. One quiet morning, Minnie was walking through the woods, his pink woolen hat bobbing gently as he moved. Suddenly, a sweet scent floated through the air, something new, something delightful. He followed it until he came across something resting on a large green leaf. It was a small pink cake, just the right size for a tiny bite. Fluffy cream swirled on top, with colorful sugar sprinkles. Minnie had never seen anything like it. He sat down slowly, eyes wide, peeking curiously under the edge of his hat. His little round face tilted this way and that. The forest was quiet, and for a moment, it felt like the world had paused, just so Minnie could discover this tiny, mysterious treasure. Just as Minnie reached for the cake, a soft rustle came from the bushes. He froze, turning slowly, and saw a small squirrel step out. The squirrel looked tired, thin, and his tummy rumbled loudly. Minnie gave a gentle smile and slowly broke the little cake in two. His tiny hands trembled just a bit as he held out half of it. The squirrel stared for a second, eyes wide, then took it gratefully. They sat together on the forest floor, Minnie still wearing his pink woolen hat, the bright color standing out sweetly against the green around them. There were no words, no explanations, just two small creatures, sharing a moment that needed nothing more than kindness. The little cake was sweet, soft, and filled with warmth. Minnie nibbled slowly, while the squirrel chewed carefully, savoring every bite. They started laughing, chatting about trees they liked, funny insects they'd seen, and clouds shaped like elephants. As the tiny cake disappeared bit by bit, the feeling in Minnie's heart only grew. He felt full, not just in his tummy, but in his soul. It was the warmth of friendship, of kindness given freely. He tilted his head, and his pink woolen hat flopped to one side. Minnie grinned the biggest smile he'd worn in days. When the cake was gone, Minnie and the squirrel stayed beneath the big tree a while longer. They laughed, talked, and gazed up at the sky. Minnie looked back at the leaf where the cake had once rested. It was empty now, but his heart felt more full than ever. The pink woolen hat on his head caught the soft afternoon sunlight. Minnie didn't know who had left the cake there. But he knew it wasn't just a treat. It was a door to friendship, and to joy in its purest, simplest form. A day that began with a tiny sweet turned into one of the most meaningful days of his little life.
In a quiet forest deep and wide lived a monkey with joy in his stride. With a pink wool hat and a peaceful grin, he found magic in the smallest things. Half a cake was more than enough when shared with a friend in the forest rough. A little kindness, a little light, turned the moment into something bright. Didn't know who left the treat, but he knew it made his day complete. For in that bite and in that smile, he found friendship worth a while. Half a cake was more than enough to fill their hearts with gentle love. No need for more, no need for grand, just sharing joy hand in hand. let this tale be softly told. A simple gift's worth more than gold. Minnie the monkey, warm and small, found the greatest joy of all. He didn't know who left the tree, but he knew it made his day complete. For in that bite and in that smile, he found the moment into something bright. He didn't know who left the tree, but he knew it made his day complete. For in that bite and in that smile, he found the moment into something bright. Half a cake was more than enough to fill their hearts with gentle love. No need for more, no need for grand, just sharing joy hand in hand. So let this tale be softly told. A simple gift's worth more than gold. Minnie the monkey, warm and small, found the greatest joy of all.
Beneath the sparkling ocean waves lived a little seahorse named Safe. He had a bright orange body and a ton of energy. Safe liked to speak up and always had something to say. But the problem was he often spoke rudely. Sometimes he used sarcastic words or made fun of his friends without realizing it. He thought he was being funny, but in truth, many of the sea creatures like the pufferfish, the crab, and even the sea turtle began to feel uncomfortable around him. Though Safe didn't mean any real harm, his tone and choice of words often turned fun moments into awkward ones. As days went by, Safe started to notice something strange. His sea friends seemed to drift away. The clownfish who once played tag with him now pretended to be busy. The crab who loved hide-and-seek walked away the moment Safe came near. Safe began to feel lonely, wondering why no one wanted to spend time with him anymore. But he still didn't connect his behavior to the problem. Even when some fish tried to gently tell him that was a little too harsh, he would reply defensively and ignore their words. Slowly, the ocean, once filled with laughter and joy, began to feel cold and quiet, for Safe alone. One day, while Safe was swimming alone, the ocean felt even quieter than usual. None of his friends were nearby. Then suddenly, a dark shadow crept toward him from behind. It was a shark. Its sharp eyes locked onto Safe. Terrified, Safe darted away, yelling at the top of his lungs, "Help! Someone! Please help me!" But no voices answered. No one came. The sea, once full of life, was silent. For the first time, Safe felt truly scared and truly alone. It was in that moment that he began to realize how much he needed his friends, and how distant he had pushed them away. Just when all hope seemed lost, a sea turtle appeared. It was Tavi, the kind turtle. Even though Safe had once been rude to him, Tavi swam in and bravely blocked the shark's path, sending it away. Safe gasped for breath, stunned and grateful. "Thank you," he whispered. Tavi smiled gently and replied, "A true friend isn't just someone you know. They're someone you speak kindly to." Those words struck Safe deeply. For the first time, he truly understood what friendship meant, and what he had been missing all along. From that day on, Safe changed, truly changed. He spoke more gently, listened carefully, and never used sarcasm or hurtful words again. One by one, he apologized to his friends, telling them he finally understood how words could hurt others' hearts. Slowly, his friends came back. They played together again, and the ocean was once more filled with laughter. Safe was no longer the rude seahorse. He had become someone everyone cared about because he had learned that kind words have the power to change hearts.
Down in the deep blue sea so wide lived a seahorse full of pride. He'd laugh and tease, poke fun and play, but friends began to swim away. A kind word swim far, they touch the heart. They bring us close, not tear apart. A gentle voice, a thoughtful way, can turn the night into a brighter day. One kind turtle stood so brave, showed our seahorse how to behave. A friend's not just someone near, it's someone who speaks with care and cheer. A kind word swim far, they touch the heart. They bring us close, not tear apart. A gentle voice, a thoughtful way, can turn the night into a brighter day. One kind turtle stood so brave, showed our seahorse how to behave. A friend's not just someone near, it's someone who speaks with care and cheer. Now laughter bubbles in the sea, with friends who trust and swim so free. He's changed his tone, he's learned to see that kindness is the strongest key. A kind word swim far, they touch the soul. They help us heal, they make us whole. From shore to shore, from heart to heart, that's where respect and love can start. One kind turtle stood so brave, showed our seahorse how to behave. A friend's not just someone near, it's someone who speaks with care and cheer. A kind word swim far, they touch the heart. They bring us close, not tear apart. A gentle voice, a thoughtful way, can turn the night into a brighter day. Now laughter bubbles in the sea, with friends who trust and swim so free. He's changed his tone, he's learned to see that kindness is the strongest key. A kind word swim far, they touch the soul. They help us heal, they make us whole. From shore to shore, from heart to heart, that's where respect and love can start.
In a quiet, peaceful forest lived an owl named Hooky. He made his home atop a tall tree, watching the world quietly each night. One day, while flying to the stream for a drink, something shiny caught his eye, a pair of old glasses lying near the water. They looked ordinary, but a faint, magical glow surrounded them. Curious, Hooky picked them up and gently placed them on his face. And in that very moment, the world as he knew it was never the same again. As Hooky looked through the glasses, he began to see things he never noticed before. Not just what the animals looked like, but what they felt. The squirrel, always playful, truly longed for safety, not new toys. The cheerful rabbit was actually hungry, and the fox, obsessed with collecting shiny things, was just lonely. These magical glasses helped Hooky realize true needs are often simple, quiet, and deep. Not always what we chase, but what we truly require to be well. With a changed heart, Hooky began to act. He no longer just watched, he helped. He fixed the squirrel's tiny home, making it strong and safe. He helped the rabbit grow carrots in a little garden. And he didn't forget the lonely fox Hooky played with him, showing that joy didn't come from owning things, but from connection. Laughter returned to the forest. Where once there was silence, now echoed the sound of friendship, kindness, and the kind of joy that comes not from wealth, but from warmth. One night, while watching the stars as he always did, Hooky reached for his magical glasses only to find they were gone. He searched his tree, under leaves, near the stream, but they had vanished. At first, panic rose in him, but then a smile slowly appeared on his beak. He understood now he didn't need the magical glasses anymore. His heart had learned to see. The magic wasn't in the glasses. It had always been within him. From that day on, Hooky continued to help with a heart that truly saw. He taught the rabbit to share his carrots. He invited the fox to start a forest game club instead of collecting things. And he became a true friend to every creature in the woods. Hooky had learned that happiness doesn't come from big, shiny things. It lives in a heart that knows enough, that knows how to give and how to share. And that is the greatest magic of all.
In the forest where the stars softly glow, lived an owl who wanted to know not just the colors, shapes, or sights, but hearts that beat in silent light. Put on the glasses, see what's true. The world is more than just what we do. Kindness shines through the quiet part. You'll see more when you look through your heart. A rabbit smiled, a fox ran fast, but magic showed what truly lasts. A little hunger, a wish to play, a lonely soul at the end of day. Put on the glasses, see what's true. The world is more than just what we do. Kindness shines through the quiet part. a little and shine your light. The world is clear when you do your part. You'll always see through your heart. A rabbit smiled, a fox ran fast, but magic showed what truly lasts. A little hunger, a wish to play, a lonely soul at end of day. Put on the glasses, see what's true. The world is more than just what we do. Kindness shines through the quiet part. You'll see more when you look through your heart. Even when the magic's gone, the love you gave still lingers on. You don't need glasses to understand. Just open your wings and lend a hand. You don't need glasses to see what's right. Just care a little and shine your light. The world is clear when you do your part. You'll always see through your heart.
In a vast meadow full of colorful flowers, Bee Little, wearing a tiny straw hat, buzzed cheerfully from bloom to bloom, just like any other day. Suddenly, she noticed a tiny sprout looking sad and wilted, its leaves drooping and eyes full of sorrow. "Hey, are you okay?" Bee asked, startled. The little sprout looked up slowly and whispered, "I'm not really. I don't have sunlight, no rain, and no one to take care of me." Bee glanced around and felt a deep sadness. She knew that without help, the tiny sprout might not survive. "Don't worry, I'm going to help you," Bee said firmly and flew off with determination. Bee Little flew up high into the sky, the breeze gently brushing her wings as she headed toward her old friend, Sunny Sun. "Sunny, I need your help. A tiny sprout down below needs your warm rays to survive." Sunny Sun beamed brightly, his golden eyes sparkling. "Of course, Bee. My light is always ready to help a friend in need." With that, golden rays streamed down to the earth, warm and glowing. On the ground, Tiny Sprout slowly lifted its leaves, as if gaining new life. Bee smiled with pride and whispered, "You're getting better already." Although the sunshine helped a lot, Bee knew that plants needed water too. She flew through clusters of white clouds until she finally found Cloudy Rain, a soft gray cloud with sleepy eyes and a peaceful smile. "Cloudy, sorry to bother you, but Tiny Sprout needs rain." Cloudy slowly opened his eyes and smiled gently. "Of course, Bee. I'm always happy to help the earth stay refreshed." Tiny droplets began to fall gently from the sky. Not too heavy, just perfect for the sprout. Tiny Sprout looked instantly refreshed, its leaves gleaming with joy as it giggled softly. "Thank you so much, Cloudy," Bee said, buzzing happily around the cloud. The next day, a young child walked through the field. His name was Nino, or Nina, depending on the viewer's imagination. They spotted the tiny sprout, now looking much brighter. "Wow! What a cute little plant!" they exclaimed. Nino knelt down beside the sprout, gently touching the soil. "I'll take care of you," they said softly. He brought a small watering can and gently watered the sprout, then carefully sprinkled compost around the base. Bee buzzed nearby, smiling wide. "Perfect! Now Tiny Sprout has everything it needs." Time passed. Days turned into weeks. The once wilted sprout had grown into a tall and graceful tree, its green leaves swaying gently in the breeze. Nino loved sitting under the tree, reading books or playing with friends. Bee flew joyfully around the tree every day, and flowers began blooming all around. Sunny and Cloudy often came to visit, bringing balance and care. The tree spoke softly. "Thank you, everyone, for not giving up on me. Now, I can give shade and clean air back to the world." Bee smiled and said, "Nature is always beautiful when we take care of it."
Bee little wakes up with a dream in her heart. Spreading her wings, she's ready to start. A forest in trouble, a sprout that is small. She won't let them fade, she'll care for them all. Fly with love right through the sky, shining the sunlight, reaching up high. Rain and friends all play their part, grow in the forest with a caring heart. She called the sun, she called the rain. Together they ease the sprout's pain. With a child's help and nature's song, the forest bloomed where hope grew strong. Fly with love right through the sky, shining the sunlight, reaching up high. Rain and friends all play their part, grow in the forest with a caring heart. She called the sun, she called the rain. Together they ease the sprout's pain. With a child's help and nature's song, the forest bloomed where hope grew strong. Fly with love right through the sky, shining the sunlight, reaching up high. Rain and friends all play their part, grow in the forest with a caring heart. While the trees dance, the flowers sway, thanks to a bee who showed the way. Bee little smiles, her journey done, but love will shine like the morning sun. Now the trees dance, the flowers sway, thanks to a bee who showed the way. Bee little smiles, her journey done, but love will shine like the morning sun. Now the trees dance, the flowers sway, thanks to a bee who showed the way. Bee little smiles, her journey done, but love will shine like the morning sun.